One of the early stories, Caitlin Clark still without a three. She was held without one in their last game against Atlanta, breaking a 140-game streak. Whole corner three, and how about that start for the Fever?
If you can make New York take it out of the net, you have a better chance in the quarter court, but you've got to protect inside out.
Cuts the lead to 6. And now you're starting to see some of that physicality on display. Ionescu stops on a dime and hits the floater.
I mean, she is so good and very challenging to defend, but you have to take something away, and you can't let her spot up.
Mitchell for the triple, and that is going to be out of bounds on the catch on the sideline. We've seen that snake bite a lot of players.
You don't see many players step out of bounds anymore. They've all worked on it so much.
It's interesting with Sabrina, when we were talking to her about what she works on in the offseason, she acknowledged that teams are going to force her into the paint, and she really has done a better job of finishing. Doesn't get it to go that time, but has been solid throughout this game.
You see, that's the way you defend her. Lexi Hull, long closeout, make her put it on the floor.
Clark over Burke. That's going to be long, and Stewart with the rebound. So Clark now 0 for 6 from 3.
Yeah, there's a recalibration that's getting ready to take place.
And then Jones fouled as she was going to the cup. And Tiffany, Caitlin,
you know, in their game against Atlanta, that they had a deep bench. They were able to be versatile and find other ways to score, even though they were missing that part of Caitlin's game. But she said it's a fine line. We need Caitlin hitting threes, and we know teams are going to gang up on her. So in those times, the message to Caitlin is to let us help you and work to get in position.
So space, screen, angles, timing, all of that important, but you're not going to change the way you're going to defend Caitlin Clark, because she sees a big basket, she can rattle off a couple in a row.
Yeah, can correct itself at any time. She's got the 8 assists, 7 points. Mitchell this time turning the corner, fends off the defender. What a finish for Kelsey Mitchell. And then Hall just melts on the screen. Jonquel Jones setting a solid one. And then Jones, her three is short. Clark will retreat the dribble this time, resets it with Boston. Howard, who had a very quiet first half because of foul trouble, double teamed, and that's going to be a foul against the Liberty. With one hand able to catch, bring it in, and go right back up. Boston now with 19 points. She's 9 of 10 from the field. Jones back-to-back threes, no good. Here comes the break. Fever moving. Clark nearly lost it. Oh, the pump fake, left-hand drive, fading away, off target. A battle down low, Howard gets tangled up. Hopping up this Indiana defense, and that's gonna be batted. It's a foot race, Cloud sprints ahead, and an easy lane, so a heads-up play on the jump ball. You wonder, too, with Howard's presence, as another backdoor cut is good. Oh, slicing through the D.
That 90-degree cut on the baseline. Lexi Hull so good at it. And Natasha Howard does a really good job of dribbling right at Hull's defense.
Burke whips it past to Jones, pats it over to Stewart. They go around the horn, but can't complete the three. Mitchell up ahead, bounce pass just outside the reach of this. Leonie Febish is questionable with a left shin injury, the typical starter. We haven't seen her since midway through the second quarter. Ionescu tied up, but a foul call.
And you have to make sure you guard the player in front of you. It's really important to keep him in front.
Sabrina directing traffic. Stewart, pump fake, puts it on the deck. 1-2 step with the left and a whistle against Howard. That'll... Clark, Boston, Howard, Mitchell, and Hole on the floor for the Fever. Cloud, Jones, Burke, Stewart, and Ionescu. Boston taking her time, kicks it back out to Hole. Stop it, pop it, hits the midi.
Really good job staying active on the weak side, cutting and moving, keeping the weak side defense occupied, and then just a nice turnaround jump shot by Hull.
How about the game for Lexi Hull? Gets the start this afternoon, 14 points, 6 of 8 from the field, and a monster collision. Jones tough defensive plays, it's hustle plays, it's finishes at the cup from other players, and talks about the supporting cast around Caitlin Clark this year that she doesn't have to shoulder the whole load. Boston, the floater, popcorns in. We've got a 2-point game.
I mean, that is the best action, and it delivers. Caitlin's vision and her timing on the delivery, Aaliyah Boston, her ability to catch.
New York led by as many as 15 in this game as Cloud skates to the cup for a much-needed 2.
She has the best plus-minus on the team for New York. At halftime, she was plus 16.
As we mentioned, just a seamless fit for the culture and court fit for the Liberty. And then this time,
I do think Indiana's picked up their energy on the defensive end.
6 to shoot. Cloud up top. Boston defending. Cloud trying to get to the back. Poked away by Mitchell. Mitchell racing ahead, gets right by Stewart. And Indiana creeps close.
This is where New York's championship pedigree can come in. Can they handle the adversity right now? This crowd is in it.
And a foul against Bonner. Where is the counter punch from the Liberty? Stewart trying to go baseline, 6 to shoot. Burke trying to get open. Stewart to Jones, carves out some real estate, can't get it. But an offensive rebound for New York. They'll reset. Jones again down low. This time just whipped down by Sabrina. Sheds her. Oh, a little witchcraft from Ionescu as she gets to the cup.
That's where that fitness and extra strength comes into play. Can handle that contact.
Clark has been 0 for her last 11 from 3 as she dishes it off. This time Mitchell trying to fight through the contact. Clark left open. Is this the one? No. Off the heel. Bonner volleyballs it free. Here's Hull, the drive. It opens up. Hull right to the cup and draws the foul. Los Angeles at Las Vegas. For more on these games, please go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app. First free throw off target for Lexi out and let them play at different times on the floor.
Well, and they're good together also. They definitely bring a defensive punch. And, you know, right now Indiana's picking up again, full court pressure. I think New York needs to get Stewie going.
Johannes, step back triple, rainbow 3, no good. Jones chases it down. Hull forced to the backcourt. Ionescu no good on her long attempt. Clark with the rebound as she pushes it. Hull trying to spot up, kicks it into Boston. Boston back to Hull. Hull, tough shot. Jones reclaims the board. And now Burke will handle the show, and Burke going to dribble it off her leg.
It's over with.
The gravity is always present with her, and you've talked about how defenses have to stretch so far down the court. Here's Mitchell, sets her feet. Mitchell raising the 3, and we've got a tie ball game. Burke cutting. And a foul. Well, live CBS Monday, watch the American Music. Burke misses the second. Bonner with the rebound. 1 point, New York advantage. Clark sees 2 defenders, spin dribble, draws 3, loses the handle, turnover, New York back the other way. Sabrina spots Stewart, lines up a 3 off target. Batted a lot, bodies on the floor. Clark 1-on-3 trying to split the defense, goes into traffic and reverses it off the glass. Stewart driving and picks up the foul, but you mentioned New York handling this crowd, their experience. How can they really just stabilize themselves right now? Because they're no longer shooting that 74% we saw them shooting early on. 0 for her last 12. We go back to January 13, 2022. That was 141 games ago when she was a sophomore at Iowa. She's never had 2 games in a row where she has not made a 3. Yet here we are, Indiana trailing by just 1.
To go back to your point about New York, I think they need to solidify their defense right here. Contest the shots and then move the ball on the offensive end.
Clark wants to clear out. Jones trying to keep up. Mitchell to Boston. Baseline Buddy bounces in, and the lead goes back to the Fever.
making the extra pass.
It's the 18th assist. Ionescu no good on the three, swatted out of bounds. Another shot, no pass shot, possessions for New York. Clark, step back three. Oh, she hit it and draws the quarter. Still a lot of basketball left. What do they have to think about here?
Well, nothing changes defensively except for you ratchet up your effort even more. I do believe Breanna Stewart is going to have something to say about the end of this game. She did have a quiet third quarter.
In the last minute and 4 seconds of the third quarter, Caitlin Clark hit 2 threes after being 0 for her last 12 dating back to the last game.
See, that was a quick 7 points.
Mitchell, the three, no good. Boston chases down the rebound. Finds Howard and an easy two as the Fever now lead by 10. Cloud crashing through the defense. Mitchell straight ahead, oh, and misses. An easy lay-in, bookmark that, and Cloud still slow to get off the canvas. She is hobbling now on the baseline. Ionescu trying to dance, flips it over to Stewart. Her three, no good. There's a lid on the rim right now for New York. Clark to Boston. Mitchell coming off the handoff. Mitchell draws two, back to Boston. Can't get it. Howard right there. Indiana all over the glass. Timeout, New York.
Basketball. He's from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina.
I'm sure he's got a nice little jumper to go with the golf swing as well, too, as Jones gets a much-needed two. And Tiffany, let's check in with you here.
Hey, guys, I was just listening into the Liberty huddle, and you could see from Coach Sandy Brondello that there was a calmness about her, but she spoke with a sense of urgency there to tell this team to focus on what they can control and believe they can do it. You guys know they've got that veteran.
To steady the tide of this game, Jones spinning, whirling, twirling, and a foul.
To horns, and you know what you can get. You've been successful scoring in the paint against Indiana, so you go right back to it.
It's the 5th foul on Howard. Jones now with 15 points, 10 rebounds. The Liberty 20 of 25 from the free throw line. And you get the sense New York, they are battle tested. They have no problem trying to walk back in the Indiana Fever. Cunningham now will initiate the offense. We saw this earlier in the first half. Clark flaring.
Showing zone.
Howard, catch down low. Howard right through the contact.
Really good
big
ball
bucket.
movement. Really good. Reversing the ball against the zone.
It's the 20th assist for the Fever. Stewart puts it on the floor. Mitchell comes over with the double. Burke will try the three, no good. Clark can't get it. Cloud racing to it, and a heads up. Tough play from Cloud.
Smart play by Natasha Cloud, doing a really good job of reading that ball off the glass and being aggressive. New York's got to get more aggressive.
Got the first step, and this time Cloud pokes it away. Bounce pass threads the needle. Stewart and New York inching closer to Cloud 9 right now as they trail by 6. Natasha with a couple of big plays for them. Clark, step back, has Stewart dancing, the three, no good. Rebound to Boston. Clark right to Howard, scoops it a little too strong. Ionescu with the board, and Cloud now just jogging behind the rest of the players, pulls up, trails, thinks about the three. Stewart, what a catch as she creates the separation. They will
use who to get the ball to, when and where, and it takes time to figure all that out. What can Natasha Cloud do? Natasha Howard.
Jones bodies a couple of defenders, gets the offensive rebound, put back in just like that. It's a 4-point game.
And to that graphic, Stephanie White told us they are trying to figure out different rotations and combinations.
Boston nearly lost it. Clark right there to pick up the change. Boston fouled by Cloud. She was trying. Boston fakes the pass. The hook shot, no good. Sabrina not wasting any time, getting it down the floor. Nearly traveled, gets it back to Jones. Jones, long three, and we have got a 1-point game. And the New York Liberty. And I'll come for the Fever now.
Well, I think you need to keep Caitlin Clark with the ball in her hands in the middle third with Aaliyah Boston. That's the best action they run. with Kelsey Mitchell in the corner to be able to shoot threes.
Mitchell, a courageous three, no good, off target, and New York can take the lead on this possession.
I mean, once Caitlin Clark gave the ball up, New York didn't let her get it back. And with Lexi Hull back in the game, you bring a little more defensive energy right now.
Jones sizes it up. Oh, Jones with a massive three, and New York has taken a 2-point lead. Clark to Boston. Boston dumps it off to Hull. Boston this time gets it back. Boston patient, trying to 1-2 step. Jones, excellent job of standing straight like a statue.
Staying vertical. Jones so dangerous at 6'6" in the trail position for three.
Sabrina, baseline jumper, can't get it. Ball bops around and scooped up by the Fever.
I think that's too quick.
Mitchell to try and take the lead. Back, rolls out. And Stewart takes a hard collision from Cloud as they were both chasing down the board. 4 minutes remaining. New York 2-0 on this young season. Indiana 2-1. Split a pair of games against MVP.
And she just delivered commencement at GW, which is her alma mater.
Sabrina stop and pop off target. Bonner will secure the board. Indiana is scoreless on 7 of their last 8 possessions, trying to find the rhythm once again. Clark well defended by Cloud. Tough fadeaway jumper. And Stewart with the rebound.
Let's go, Dee! Come on, Dee!
If you can keep Sabrina on the left side, you want to keep her on the left side.
Stewart clears some space. Cloud thought about the corner three. Back to Jones. 6 to shoot. Jones with the mismatch. Free throw line jumper too strong.
I thought she could have rolled Clark a little bit deeper into the paint on that.
It's Boston, the pump fake. Stewart goes crashing down. No whistle. Boston fighting for the ball. And a big time finish to tie it up at 84 apiece.
Still in May, right, Jordan? It's still May.
The tenacity of Aaliyah Boston feels like a playoff game right now, I'll tell you that much. Both these teams want a seat at the table. Amongst the elite this year in the WNBA, New York trying to repeat. UNESCO finally, after a couple of misses, it's a clutch jumper.
I mean, that's the way you got to guard her. That's just how good she is. Good offense beats good defense.
2-point lead for the Liberty. Just under 2:30 left. Clark working with a little crossover dribble. Slices through the defense and a finish with the right.
Let's go, Dee!
Who can get the next stop? Sabrina with Boston on her. Pounds the rock. Sabrina right to the cup, draws the foul, and she'll head to the cup.
She is such a great three-level scorer and can shoot it with great range.
Misses the first, though, so UNESCO has a chance to give New York the 1-point lead with 1:56 remaining. Keep in mind, New York 1-9. Make that Indiana 1-9 in their last 10 games against the Liberty. It was a fourth-quarter comeback last July, in which the Fever got the win, and she missed them both. Tie ball game.
That rarely happens.
This crowd is on their feet. 2 screens for Clark. Jones defending her. Clark trying to get to her left. Spins, picks up the dribble. Boston cutting. What a find by Clark. No whistle. Jones cutting ahead, and a foul from Clark behind, and that will send Jones to the free throw line. Indiana still hanging on that coach's challenge as Jones hits the first free throw, and now
I would not let Caitlin Clark catch the ball right here. Yep, Natasha Cloud's going to get right on her. Indiana's going to call timeout, though.
timeout Indiana. 2-point lead for the Liberty, who are trying to remain full.
Made some plays. Stepping into a trail 3 where she is so good, and inverting to the block where she is.
Jones has 16 of her 25 points here in the second half. Clark able to get the catch out of the timeout. And what does Stephanie White draw up here?
Well, you go to middle third late. Boston and Clark go to work.
Boston fouled as she goes up. They're going to get First one's good. Had just 6 right now. She lines up the second attempt. We're tied in Indianapolis, and this crowd is on their feet as we take a look. Clark sitting on 5 fouls. Keep an eye on that. Cloud to Sabrina. The 3 rolls out.
What a great
Bonner, what a big rebound. 1 minute left. Clark to Boston. Boston flips it up, no good. Tapped alive. Cloud chases it down. Under 50 seconds left to play. Rolls out again for Sabrina.
2 great looks. Kelsey Mitchell looks at us and shrugs her shoulders like, wow, she missed 2.
He's going for the kill shot on both of those. Now a timeout on Boston with the catch, and they're going to let Clark initiate it. Mismatch with Jones on her. Tie ball game. Clark step back 3 for the lead. No good. It's a race to the ball. Stewart falls to the floor, and it's ruled a jump ball. It's Boston and Stewart. Boston controls it. Bonner picks up the dribble. 9-second differential between shot and game clock. Tie game. Clark gets to the hip. Clark dumps it off. Bonner blocked at the top. No whistle. 1 second left on the shot clock. 10.4 left in the game. This crowd wanted a foul. Now it's a catch and shoot.
You got to catch and shoot right here. And Caitlin dropping it off when she had a chance to put it up herself.
Strike to try and the Liberty 2-0 on this season. Battle back from 15 down.
The second shot, too. You got to make sure everybody boxes out.
Cloud the catch, back to UNESCO. Sabrina turns the corner. Sabrina the bump and draws the foul with 2.
I would wait till she looks like she's ready to shoot free throws, then I'd call it.
Does not call the challenge. First free throw's good, and New York takes a 1-point lead. Indiana with the reset timeout. Clark checks back in.
1-on-1.
Sabrina, who's been so clutch for the Liberty, hit that big-time 3 in the finals against Minnesota on the road, and now a timeout for Indiana. The reset timeout. You can't huddle, you can just advance the ball.
Yeah, so Caitlin Clark's probably not going to inbound the ball here. She's going to be the one they want to inbound it to. And Natasha Cloud's going to be draped all over her.
Cunningham to inbound. Here's your final play of the game.
You got time for 2 dribbles.
Screening action down low. Clark has to get open. 1 second left. Clark doesn't get the shot off.